Nigeria President Bola Tinubu has given the country Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, the full authority to take action over the killing of senior military officers and their soldiers on Thursday at Okuama community in the Ugeli local government area of Delta State. President Bola Tinubu made this known on Sunday in a press release he personally signed. Just as Atiku and Peter Obi urged the military against reprisal attack and wanton destruction of the community. According to the president, he got to know about the killings on Saturday the same way the general public woke up to the news last weekend. There are reports that the men of the armed forces of Nigeria have burnt down houses in Okuama following the killing of their colleagues who were said to be on a peace mission in the community over the crisis that ensued due to land dispute between the community and Okoloba community in the Bomadi local government area of Delta State. Sahara reporters had reported that the Nigerian military posted a self-recorded video of soldiers burning down houses in Okuama in the military social media handle, but the military quickly deleted the said video. Reacting to the Sahara reporters' claim, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters issued a rebuttal on Sunday and described the Sahara reporters' report as fake news. A video of houses set on fire in Okuama community has been trending since Sunday morning. The former governor of the state, James Ibori, through his verified X social media handle retweeted the video to create more awareness about the current situation in the Okuama community, which served as a scene of the mass killing of the Nigerian soldiers by yet to be identified armed group. In his words, President Bola Tinubu said that, on Saturday morning, the Nigerian people and I woke up to the dreadful news of the unprovoked killing of our brave military personnel during a rescue mission to Okuama community, Ugeli South local government area of Delta State. The incident occurred on Thursday, the 14th of March 2024, when our troops, responding to a crisis between Okuama and Okoloba communities in Delta State, were ambushed. A commanding officer, 2 majors, 1 captain and 12 soldiers sadly lost their lives. 1 civilian was also killed. As the commander-in-chief, I join all well-meaning Nigerians and the men and women of our armed forces to mourn and express my profound grief over the needless death of our gallant soldiers. I extend my profound condolences to the families of these fallen soldiers, their colleagues and their loved ones. The military high command is already responding to this incident. The cowardly offenders responsible for this heinous crime will not go unpunished. This incident, once again, demonstrates the dangers faced by our servicemen and women in the line of duty. I salute their heroism, courage and uncommon grit and patriotism. As a nation, we must constantly remember and honor all those who have paid the ultimate price to keep our country safe, strong and united. The officers and men who died in Okuama community have joined the pantheon of great men and women who gave their all, with honor, in the service of our fatherland. Members of our armed forces are at the heart and the core of our nationhood. Any attack on them is a direct attack on our nation. We will not accept this wicked act. The Defense Headquarters and Chief of Defense Staff have been granted full authority to bring to justice anybody found to have been responsible for this unconscionable crime against the Nigerian people. My government will not relent until we achieve peace and tranquility in every part of Nigeria. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria and keep the members of our armed forces safe. Former Nigeria Vice President and People's Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate in the last conducted general elections in Nigeria, Atiku have called on the top military authorities to exercise restraints while responding to the mass killing of its soldiers. Atiku said, the brutal killing of over a dozen Nigerian soldiers in Okuama in the Ugeli South local government area and Okoloba in the Bomadi local government area of Delta State stands condemned. There can never be a justification for a premeditated killing of soldiers on a legitimate assignment. Even as we grieve the loss of these soldiers, who are not only Nigerians but have families and dependents, I urge restraint by the military authorities in its response. I would recommend that the culprits be arrested and prosecuted. End of quote of Atiku Abubakar's statement. Delta State Governor Sheriff Oborevwori on Saturday condemned killing of the military officers and soldiers attached to 63 Brigade at Okuama Community, Ughelli South local government area of the state, condoled with the military and the families of officers and soldiers who died in the attack. Governor Oborevwori, in a statement by his chief press secretary, Festus Ahon, said, "The government of Delta State is gravely disturbed by the violence and unprovoked killing of the officers and soldiers, which he described as alien to the culture of Deltans. This incident is despicable and not in sync with the culture and tradition of Deltans. It runs contrary to the values and paths of peace that the state government is promoting, as I have always emphasized in our more agenda to enhance peace and security. On behalf of the government and good people of Delta State, I wish to condole, in particular, the families of the killed gallant officers and soldiers, the Nigerian Army and the Armed Forces of Nigeria in general, over this sad occurrence. The state government shall take all measures necessary to fish out all those behind this dastardly act and ensure they are made to face the full wrath of the law. Delta State is governed within the tenets of the rule of law and human decency. Acts such as this incident cannot and will not be tolerated. Meanwhile, all citizens and residents of the state are enjoined to remain law-abiding, and the state government shall continue to take all measures to protect lives and property in Delta State, the governor's statement ends in quote. Labour Party presidential candidate in the last Nigerian general elections and former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, in a message titled, "Two wrongs can never make a right," said urged the military against reprisal attack against the community. He said, "Earlier today, I added my voice to that of other Nigerians in condemning in the strongest terms the mindless killing of security personnel who were on a peacekeeping mission in a community in Delta State. The act remains censured and accused by all right-thinking Nigerians. However, the emerging disturbing reports of the community being under arson attack is equally unpalatable and wrong-headed. In all situations, two wrongs cannot produce a right. Reprisal arson attacks on the community cannot compensate for the original wrong of the killing of the soldiers. It is most likely that innocent lives will be lost in these reprisal attacks, and innocent citizens who had no hand in the ugly crimes may be rendered homeless by the wanton destruction of the community. The correct and civilized thing to do is to put all machinery in place to apprehend the real perpetrators of the original ignoble act and bring them to book. As painful as the act may be, I appeal to the security agencies to be considerate and avoid transferring their anger to helpless members of the community. I have also learned that the government of Delta State had been on top of this situation before it escalated. I urge the governor not to relent but to put in more effort to ensure minimal damage. In this regard, he needs the involvement of all community leaders to calm the nerves. Once again, my heart goes out in sympathy to all the bereaved in this unfortunate incident, as I pray God to grant the souls of the departed eternal rest.
Bring you the news in a more digital way.